Hello. We are live. Back with some Anno 1800. I will apologise straight off the bat if you hear me coughing. I will try and keep it down, and I will try and mute as much as possible when I need to cough, but sometimes it will happen. We are returning back to Enbesa today. We've finished the Angareb storyline. We still need to look into finishing Wahadesha and Caduce Anatoni. I hope I pronounced them all right. So I think we'll probably focus on Wahadesha more, because Caduce Anatoni has more timed quests. I think it's a much more complex quest line where you can kind of fail quite easily, I believe. So, set sail. So we're back in Tabarim.
Lift achieved.
Where are you sat? Where are you sat? Alright. Let's have a look at our quest line. So the eyes that gaze westward. So we've got the two frigates travelling over. I believe when we left it off they were extremely close to entering. So there's one here just going into the session. And then there's this one coming in. Whilst we're waiting for them to do their bits, we're going to travel to the old world. We're just going to have a check across all the needs. Just make sure they are getting everything that I've selected for them to get. So this is workers. They've got everything nicely. They've got rum coming in. Well, they'll need hot sauce coming in.
I doff my cap to you.
Farmers getting everything, and everything we want from farmers. This island is going to be slightly differently.
Positive reinforcement is crucial. Can this enigma be decoded?
What have you got for me?
You reach the limits of the possible.
Some hybrid sugarcane saplings. So this lot should only have engineers, and the only thing they won't have is pocket watches, because we've not sorted that chain out. Now, let's head over to New World. The main island that we need to make sure that is sufficiently supplied is Manula. So some of these I think will have... Is it just that one? I think it's just that one that's got 98%. Which I'm happy, that's fine. Tef needs to come over. The Obreros, they've got everything that they need so far. And then I think that's an Artista, yep. They've got everything I've unlocked for them. Souvenirs is going to be a tough one to achieve, because I've not even unlocked it for my tourists just yet. Alright. Again, we're just going to look through. All our farmers are getting everything. Why are you moving out? Footballs. Or soccer balls. Okay. So, I think one ship is not enough. So I'm going to add a second ship on, and that should help. Alright, they're stable. Except for, again, soccer balls. Because there's two classes having soccer balls, I think that might be the issue. Alright, let's check out engineers. They've got everything. And everything that's unticked, they have.
By Jove!
By Jove! And again, they've got everything that I've allowed them to have. The other one to check is tourists. That's just probably location is the main issue with that. Tourists have everything. Now, I'm not going to double check the likes of the Arctic, because that's just a minefield.
Hold the crane.
So I do have this one here.
The sky is open.
Stations!
The sky is open. Salt for life and fresh food. For now, Wahadesha survives. An auspicious start.
Cargo stations.
Alright, so we've got them ships that can be used for trading. I don't know where it's going, but...
Slowly, like
So, we need to...
I provide them venison, but the children need eaten, goat's milk. Perhaps the priest of Kidusi can spare us some.
And then we need to talk with this person.
I learned plant law from my Wahiyet, as she from hers before. Come, let me
Come.
show you.
So, I'll let you all read that if you wish.
Cargo boat at the ready.
And we'll come over here. We'll just send our ship on its way. The shadow and fresh air provided by the orange trees are quite pleasant. So the orange trees provide nice shade. Teff grass is being grown.
Oh, you want the ghastly fiends? Well, Teka has finished studying them for his zoological study of Enbesa. So please.
Okay, let's bring the boat back whilst we're still talking with, oh yeah.
Land healing relies on the nurture of plants. Orange Isiates, croplands, dark Isiates. But the Waha is dry.
We'll just divert a ship over to pick up some seeds. Then we can deliver them both at the same time.
Room to maneuver.
Bum, 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 dum, 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 dum. Okay, our ship's coming in.
Hold the crane.
Already?
Shall we?
Look at this, this is upgraded already.
The Waha is a place of fire sands and heat pain. I know no
Sector the markers to regrow the oasis.
but perhaps there is such a breed.
That's enough to see the Waha with new life. Come, I will show you the apportioned place for each plant.
Let's plant flax seeds, indigo seeds, hibiscus seeds.
To see such verdant life, Binyam did not love growing as I do. But I believe he would agree we have done good here.
See, they're growing their own crops.
But if that's what it takes.
Alright, so find a heat-resistant animal and take it to Wahadesha. We can either consult a zoological tomb, that's not optional, or we can find and observe herds of animals in the corners of Katima's Island. So there's a herd there. So I'm just trying to find... There's a herd over here.
In the turn.
As you give, so I would reward. Success worthy of an Enbesa.
Okay, so I think I need to send the ship over here.
On our way.
Alright, so... There's Implaz there. And then we did
The
find
reward is well earned.
these.
A satisfying conclusion, a token of appreciation
Aye.
from our land and its emperor.
So it was the Impala.
The Mahej certainly seems to be heat
Cargo
content.
stations.
A creature sure to be much beloved.
Ready then?
And then we're just picking up the last animal we found. So that's just some like free animals through the quest. And again, we are kind of ignoring Blake at the moment, as well as Caducea and Otoni. Just having a look and a nice focus on Wahadesha.
Cargo boat at the
The
ready.
sand swell up. No, this would not survive in Niwaha. Look farther.
Aye.
Oh, it wasn't that one. I think it's this one. We'll just put all three on and see what happens.
Squeeze out every last drop.
It might be the wildebeest. But it's nice to see that they've got their own farms growing now.
Aye. Olio reporting in.
How many more mud bricks can we buy? 27. Nice. Da, 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 da.
Cargo boat at the ready.
I'm not sure it was the foundation one.
Let's see it then. The Jat is a holy bird, known for its insect hunger and beauty. Bring a Jat to the Waha, and our hearts with hope fill.
That's what I've just bought. I bought one earlier. They mean a grey-crowned crane. Dun, dun, dun.
New orders.
How much money are we making here? I don't know how long it's going to take. $5.6 mil. And it probably spent probably half of that
Aye.
to get the goods. Alright, so look, they've got some, another animal pen and farm. Goats. It's all coming together. They should be able to self-supply themselves eventually. Here comes our ship.
Release the jats. The Waha thrives again with soft flight and moist life. The Kasa will live again. Only a wise one could restore the Waha and culture respect. With
See, all
those,
their markets are
Waha
up and
Desha
running
and
now.
the empire will grow greater.
So all their markets are back up and running. It's become a big sort of trading area. I don't know where the crane went.
New orders.
Let's buy some more bricks.
Cargo stations.
Cargo stations.
Bring her around.
I see you have good news. Let us have it then. I had run out of patience, but you showed me the virtue of perseverance. You have breathed life back into Wahadesha.
So
There is a natural beauty to it now.
Over-
me in
over
this
here.
have been inspired by their traditional example, raising gardens and terraces for all to revel in.
over here, they've managed to get a botanical gardens because of what we did on Wahadesha. Isn't that lovely? And then there's an Imperial Gardens as well. So really, it's just some ruins around the back that needs fixing up. Okay. I'm actually going to drop these back off. Oh, nice horsing. These two animals can go back onto the ship over here.
With the Pa Itaru complete, come days of Messiet,
Only
the
our
feast
reporting in.
of praise giving. We want you as our honor guest.
Alright. We're going over to enjoy festival. I was just about to send my ship over to Caducee. There's some dude over here.
Messiet is a rite of
Let's go over where is Yara. Let's observe the dancing.
you have given much. Only fair we be heart generous in return.
New orders.
As is told in legend, you came to us a
So they
shepherd,
gave us the ancient tablet of
yet learned to
Wahadesha.
listen with hard mouth and soul words. You are one of us, Hamesi.
Carry her about.
So we'll give this over to this ship over here that sat in this harbour. Alright.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
We've got a rum providing citizen. Do these lot need rum? Yes. Impact of working condition -50%, plus 10% happiness. Resident of a church need fulfilled. I'll provide it with rum. So that should lower the rum usage. We'll leave it at that for now. Although,
You more than pass the test.
though, it might be more use. Might be more use in one over here. That's already supplying rum.
Surprisingly decent.
Ah. Thing is, because I'll have the actor in. The actor supplies rum and canned food compared to just rum, so I think we will have him back up here. Alright, let's go back to Enbesa. We will send a ship over here. Not that we need it over there.
See how the people seize the economy for themselves.
How about no? An ancient registry of ships and their inventory from the harbour of Caduce. Arrival and departure of ships and goods. One fragment at the very bottom of the headstone seems comparatively in much better state than of conservation. It is far younger than the rest.
Predecessors in the Golden Age saw that Kidusi Anitoni's purpose was not to produce goods, but wisdom. The excavation can resume, but do inspect the statue. It may inspire you to write your chronicles.
So we've got 14 minutes to go. Let's have a look what sort of quest we've got over here.
Wetatuni here is in need of a tutor. Agreed, Wetatuni? And as yet, there are but 3 suitable applicants. I suspected there was more to this project than they let on. I sense underhanded.
The matter is in your hands.
Let us see how you will go about it.
I wasn't there when they pulled it out. I was staring longingly at the picture you gave me. I wanted a look, but they told me a priestess was examining it. When I returned from my break, the stone was back in the earth.
So it seems like this has been taken out and changed.
We're counting on you.
Bring her around.
So we found about some carving tools. They live on the east side of the island. Ah. Lies and truth are not absolute. They are defined by the context within which they are uttered. Only the gods can utter truth. We are bound to imperfect assessments, individual at best. Altering the stone is one such assessment. Some will call it fabrication, but it is not our duty to ensure the will of the god is on earth as it is above. This provides a greater narrative, a truth in keeping with what we have defended and upheld for millennia. We will gain much, and so uphold the greater truth of the gods by transforming the lesser, imperfect truth of mundane men. So they altered the stone. The letter mentioned a well containing the original text, so...
I knew it. Must have thought poor Wahadesha folk would not notice. But we are wise in the old law. You have to confront them.
Alright. So we found out that they've altered the stone. I think they've stopped the excavation as well.
The non-aggression pact has ended.
These forts were ancient before his ancestors came to power.
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Alright, let's see what's going on here.
Uncompromising journalism.
Give them all the truth
Not too many changes.
instead of dismantling.
Okay. So, the priests have changed the tablet. What do we want to get out of this? I want Kudusi to be united as well.
Room to maneuver.
I put something aside for you.
So, a prince of his rank and value should lead, not follow. Young people ought to be allowed to make mistakes in order to learn. Or... to tell them what to do and when to do it. A prince in progress, the tutor. Emperor Katina. Stuart. You now have an impression of all the tutors from whose tutelage do you believe the future king Watathuni here will benefit most. I want to say the craftsman.
Haha, a complacent doer, happy to encourage. You might have to find yourself a voice, waiter Tony, huh? Huh? Well, you'll learn.
Begin the turn.
A satisfying conclusion? I have words of praise for you.
Okay. Let's confront the High Priestess. So you found my note, Layla. I did not expect you to be so astute, but I cannot deny there is some relief in not having to hide it anymore. I suppose you want to know why I did such a thing. I believe you wish to protect your faith, whatever the cost. Our faith and our duty are intertwined. To document history beyond the reach of mortal men, whether kings, tyrants, or passing ephemerals. Katima's dream of an empire does not accommodate this truth, so if deceit is the only way to remain beyond his grasp, to remain true to our divine mission, then there is no illegitimate ways to preserve this island and its soul. I don't know. However noble your intent, what you did is a fabrication, it's a lie, that's correct. Let's go with perhaps there are some things worth lying for, worth preserving. I did not take pride in dishonesty of our methods, but I stand by my conviction that our faith and our souls are worth lying for. Kotima does not wish us to rally to him. He wishes us to submit and change. However, uncertain our faith's history may be, it is ancient beyond the years of Enbesa, and I will not see it fade in my time. Condemn or condone us, I have no power over you. I only trust you will do what is right. So I think this is the real choice right now of the quest goes one way or the other. I will remain silent now. You prove the quality of your soul. May the Lord reward you for it. Now, if you'll excuse me, duty
The
calls.
good of those entrusted to us often requires compromises.
So we have that in the back of our mind that we can just snitch. So the excavation is going to take nearly 12 minutes. Okay. Du, 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 du. Alright, so you do get bonuses for completing each island in a certain way. So Wadesha, because we went their natural route instead of basically industrialising their island, we get plus 15 to irrigation, so more dams. I think for Angareb you literally just get the spear, the golden spear. From Caducee, you could get the elders contributing towards the scholars stuff. So, whilst that's doing that, I don't think there's much else to really look at. We need to start looking at whether we can take Tef off the island. So I want a minimum of 200, let's say. I don't think I can get, because of my really awkward design. The only way I could probably get it is going across the river now. But I don't think the tractor would reach. I forgot I'm still trying to upgrade the road system. Is that just bugged? There you go. I don't know what happened there. It was invisible. Okay. Let's just have a quick scan. Okay. So eventually I want to brick pave majority of this island.
A boulder fell upon a man's leg at the site. We have treated it, but he is asking specifically for you.
We have much to share.
My family must worry. Could I be taken home to Wahadesha? I'm no use here anymore anyway.
Yeah, we'll take him home.
If you could...
Okay, so we're just taking him home. We don't actually need that to come all the way around. We just need it to come to there. Now I'm thinking of... we could possibly get another farm in here.
It seems an eternity since I last saw these shores. How the wind sings. May we... A familiar place and friendly faces. There is no better medicine. Thank you.
Alright, let's drop everything off. And then you can go sit back there. Tef is what we're looking for. So we're still about 30 off.
No idling around. You need...
So maybe... if I do that... I'm just gonna fill in the gaps. No, because that just... Because of the colour change, it doesn't look right compared to all the rest. Alright, Tef should be even further up now. Alright, so was Tef for Old World residents or New World?
You're fine.
Or is it both? So it's for Yornaleros.
You are a true revolutionary.
Oh, that is an
become a
artista. But is it needed in the Old World as well?
Life as good as this. Pigs might
No, they need herbs and hibiscus.
I should be honored.
So I just need to go to... Let's get rid of that. Create a route. Do we have an Enbesa outwards? No, not yet. Tef. The top banana is going to go from Tabarine to Manola. And you're going to take Tef. Where's the new group? Enbesa to New World. Let's just double check. So we can unlock that. And that should be all their crafts and delight. Communication is going to be a different matter. They want illuminated scripts. And they want lanterns. Illuminated scripts for making double of lanterns. And both those I need to up the production. And I'm not comfortable yet sending them out the region. Alright, so we're just waiting for the excavation to continue. So let's look at hibiscus. We could do with more hibiscus. Because I believe over here they want hibiscus petals. They want clay pipes. They want paper. I could probably start taking paper out.
A golden ratio.
That's nothing Enbesan. They just want tapestries. So we need hibiscus petals, which we need to up. Paper. See, I think paper's going to be a difficult one. Tapestries. We could probably start shipping out. I don't think I've got that many more spare ships. Or I might just use... I've got Early Bird 2. I think that's the last spare one. Again, this is going to be a new one. Tapestry. So I don't think clay pipes is going to be useful just yet. So make that 3 dots tapestries, and then we'll put hibiscus petals on this route. Enbesa. Cape Trelawney.
Good timing. We come upon the lowest room of the library, covered with verse in the ancient script.
Okay, so no point putting a farm there. What I do really need to do is just update as much I can to bricks here. Let's see how far this goes now. I don't think it'll reach much farther. Here. So here's the limit. So I could potentially have the hibiscus farm here with a tractor there. Run out of steel.
Engines engaged. I just want to build the extra so it doesn't look too odd.
Thrilling. A renowned personage.
Alright, what we do need to do is put a minimum on hibiscus petals and tapestries. I'm actually going to put that 200. Nope, you're needing construction goods.
Sky's the limit.
Alright, so any other farms won't be in range for tractors. Thinking I can probably get 2 farms in here. That one needs to go. What I'll do is I'll probably put some trees in that in the centers of these. But hibiscus petals should be on the rise. We should have them getting a surplus. Alright.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
I don't know whether he's the first one of himself. Affects jewelers. Alright, so we were about to do something. Where's jewellery here? So we've got 4 jewelers. Where are they situated? Over here. Not in any trade union whatsoever. And the item we just got is this one. Affects jewelers. Plus 50% production. And it produces extra pocket watches. And it doesn't need the input of pearls. So it'd just be gold. Okay. That's one we'll have to have a look at later. Alright, let's let's have a look at this. Okay.
See the prostrates down there? Waha Deshe folk bringing tribute to Kidusi, a testament to our proud heritage. It appears to be the ancient script of Enbesa. A pity it was lost in Soria's great cleansing of the clergy. The secrets we might have learned. Some scholars specialize in deciphering ancient languages. They might be able to help.
We're asking a scholar for help.
Sources on the ancient script are few, though I'm told Wahadesher is something of a trove for forgotten lore.
Alright, so we've got to take a photo.
Katima's advisor, Bindi, grew up in Wahadesher and received the finest education. He may well recognize these glyphs. It is but a rough imprint with coarse coal, but the characters are recognizable.
Alright, so we've got to take it
Surely with this evidence, Lord
to
Katema
Biniam.
will no longer deny the legitimacy of our claims.
Okay. I reckon we probably won't utilize these hibiscus tea spices. Because I'm pretty sure we're overjuicing quite a bit. The only place we could probably put farms is across here.
An old classmate, you say? Of course. I shall read it presently. I have seen such characters before. Stone not far from where I grew up. Tangled in the undergrowth. It was atop a cliff. If you look to starboard from the camp ruins, there should be a narrow path through the cliff to a small dell.
So, find a stone. Ah, probably this one. There we go.
How nice of you to visit. There is something I wish to show you. No, not my leg. It is healing just fine. If you are interested in the broken stone, investigate the oracle. I saw glyphs very similar there when I was younger.
Ancient engraving, still colourful despite the dampness. Okay. Let's talk to him again.
A dead end, I fear. It could be anywhere in Enbesa. But we made a copy of the glyphs for you, just in case.
Okay, let's go pick them up. Alright, so whilst our ship's moving about, we will be turning on hibiscus petals, which will also get us 3 farmers, 1 coin. And let's have a look at tapestries. It needs 9 tons of tapestries. I'm not convincing.
Perhaps there are answers to be found elsewhere. I do not trust these priests. This old library.
We make 8.
Is probably a cover for something more sinister.
So we're going to turn that off. We're going to start transporting it across. We need to find Binyam at his home.
It's fragmentary. I'm confident it's part of the legendary oath stone which marked Kashta's gifting of Wahadesha to Enbesa. If I'm right, and I probably am, this is thousands of years old. Look, 2 texts, 1 in each language, so the treaty can be understood by all. If it is the same text in 2 different languages, we could extrapolate a rough lexicon of the ancient script from our far more extensive knowledge of the Kashtan tongue.
Conditions are verging on the inhumane.
No,
We'd
go away.
never turn on ours.
I tried... Oh, go away, worker. I tried putting the texts next to each other and could understand some of the words, especially Wahadesha. Those inscriptions I know as it's engraved everywhere on the oracle. We call Wahadesha the land of waters. It's ancient scriptures, the 2 symbols, one that looks like water and one that looks like mountains. The language seems to be figurative, where the words are what the signs represent. For example, that seems to represent a crate. Hence, I'm quite sure that that means goods. Another example in the sentence, Wahadesha grows plants forever. There is this group of signs. Can you guess what word it refers to? Sorry. Okay. That could be plants, seeds, and that was goods, I'm sure. So I reckon it's plants. Plants indeed, as you can see, the sign itself is not enough to represent plants on its own. So the inscriptor added 2 symbols there to indicate the plural. Now they indicate it's a noun, okay. One more. In the transcription you bought me, I found the same sign, squiggly line, that indicates a noun, a physical entity. It was part of the word mountain, squiggly line, but can you guess what it means? Well, isn't that mountain, but then that's a noun? Maybe land, then? Or is it mountains? No, land. You're getting it. One last word before we take a break. I recognise the word oath in where the circle spiral seems to refer to anything holy, pure, or at least linked to the gods, and that refers to speech, as it looks like a breath and a human head. Then in the transcript of the old library you bought me, there was the word. No idea what that can mean. So that is crate, plant. And that refers to anything holy, pure, or at least linked to the gods. So, but that's goods, right? So that's maybe holy goods. Very astute. A more literary translation would be closer to ritual goods, I think. But we must first find the individual meaning of the signs before ascribing conjoined or contextual meanings. The sign seems to be a textual modifier, qualifying the preceding word as a holy or sacred. A minor breakthrough. Time to put more tea in the kettle and then resume the translation. I'll be waiting your return. Alright, let's just zoom out so I don't get the beating drums continuing.
Ah, yes. That does tie nicely to the context. Now what about this next section?
Alright. I have found something else. Well, it's like a boot and a mountain. Seems to be associated with actions. Verbs. Like this word in the old live transcript. Wavy line, the mountain. Go away. Which seems to mean to navigate. And create mountain to transport. I've also identified the following word on the oath stone. Crown, squiggly line, boot. What would you guess that means? So that was what? Plant. Something. I want to say to plant then, because that's the only one I recognise. To plant. Almost correct. It seems that indicates a direction to the top. So here, to grow. Seems to be a more adequate translation for our oathstone. Now we have this sentence. It corresponds to, and Enbesa offers goods of the land of Kashta forever. Can you identify the group of signs that means offers? So that's... I want to say this one, because that's person holding out hands. Good guess. The verb is written in a more complicated way here. That indicates a direction, followed by what seems to represent a human, so it's the action of providing goods to someone. Those verbs look like the nouns in the end, but there is one that I've yet to identify. In the second sentence, hourglass wind face corresponds to said. I see wind face that seems to mean speak, but what would you guess the first sign represents? Maybe an hourglass, two opposite forces, a mineral. Probably an hourglass. That's the only thing I can think of. Of course, the hourglass they used to measure time must indicate past events in ancient script. I wonder what symbol they used to signify the future then. Anyway, time for another break. I think we're getting close to cracking the script.
Yes. I see how that would make sense.
Let's go
that
fix.
Would mean that this last section is... not sure. Any ideas?
Alright.
I find the safety.
I'm going to move that there, and maybe it won't blow up as much. Okay. We're still transcribing. Alright. We've already learnt about verbs and nouns, but there is more that we can yet extract from this oath stone. There's another sign. 3. That seems to correspond to neither nouns nor verbs. It appears in a group of signs. Monster 3. There. The sign monster seems to refer to the paw of a dangerous animal, like a lion. Hence, I believe that lion something means dangerous, as it appears in the sentence Kashta dangerous to all. There's also the same sign in the last sentence, but in a group of words. Oath, that we've already seen together, corresponds to the first 4 signs. And I believe that indicates an adjective like dangerous. What would you say that translates to? Listened or spoken? Just maybe spoken? Well analysed is a word we've already encountered before, meaning to say, but adding 3 at the end, it becomes spoken. I encountered another word in the old library transcript that uses the same symbol. That one I would translate as rich. There are a few signs I can't figure out quite what they represent, like circle and underlined V. I believe that if a sign is rather small and lost its resemblance to what it initially represented, then this sign must have been often used, and its script has been simplified over the years to accommodate the scribes. For example, we find circle in a group of words. This group of words is present in the sentence, and Enbesa offers goods of the land to Kashta forever. What do you mean? What would you guess circle means? It could. So we offer the goods.
Ceasefire has ended.
And Enbesa offers the. So that's offers goods. So maybe it's. I want to say. I think the land of Kashta is probably one sort of phrase. So I reckon it's probably of. So it's like the middle. So like that's one phrase there that cuts off here. And then the next phrase fits the land of Kashta forever. So of. Precisely. That corresponds to goods of the land. Or rather, farming products in our tongue. Works like a connection word. There are others like V, meaning in, and octopus, meaning by. I'm just stating what these could be. Now, it seems that persons, characters, and proper names are not defined by squiggly line, but by person. Also, names are written in simplified way, but keep a meaning. For example, Taharika, the king of Kashta in that time, is written. Funnily, his name seems to represent a knife cutting through. Maybe he was a terrible warmonger or an assassin. Anyway, there is another character named here, Shaba, written. As you can see, it appears here again after. What do you think a name translates to? So we know it's of, which is in both. So. Plants. Didn't he? I'm sure he's translated something that was rich. I don't think he's translated many. So I'm gonna.
This city is a magnet for genius.
So 50-50. Let's do rich. Exactly here, because that follows that. That means that translate as rich. It's grammatically wrong. Rich should be written, but names are clearly grammatically incorrect anyway. We have done it. I really appreciated our collaboration here. I wrote all the rules down in a small book. It's for you. If you agree to bring it to the scholar, his arrogance should disappear for some time.
We have it. The Lexicon Ya Enbesa, a guide to the ancient script. Take it to the scholar. He will be positively spitting for jealousy.
Alright. Okay. He did buy some shares. Let's buy those back. Alright. let's... Why is it...
Hurry. Academic breakthroughs can suffer no delay. All must know of our work.
I don't get why... Okay. Okay, let's just use the upgrade feature. We can delete all that now. And that road. I think I've done all the roads there. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to manually look over each individual one. Luckily, this just seems to take money and not anything else. Alright, I think I've done all of that section. That's the upgrade button. And again, I just need to upgrade that one. I can't upgrade them all because of the lack of bricks. Alright, so that needs to go up to the scholar.
Come into the courtyard.
Let's look at this one. So that's, I need a third brick there. And that should be all that section done. And I think I upgraded these correctly. Just slightly off, you just ran into a rock there. Okay. Alright.
Found any evidence of the ancient script? I fear a full lexicon. And in such short time? Unbelievable. Give it here. Doubtless it will be strewn with mistakes and approximations. I have reviewed the lexicon and found no...
That's good.
You have my respect and my help with translation if you require it.
Alright. So let's take a look at the wall engraving. It represents two characters, one holding the jewellery of Wahadesha, the other looked like a priest from Caduceus Anatoni with their facial tattoo. A bowl of plants is shown between them, symbolising an exchange. I can read the text above engraving thanks to Binyam's lexicon. Year 8 of Shaba, she who blooms flowers, the queen said. So this dates from the very first years of Enbesa. A testament from the early Golden Age. The text continues. Here is the speech given by the Queen. May this first trade seal beginning of an eternal friendship between the two that these men represent. I'm not sure about the word here. Countries or nations? Seems most obvious, but that doesn't fit the scene represented on the wall. Well, they're probably just being referred to as islands instead of countries, right? Because this... let's go with islands. I thought ancient script would differ in both words more clearly, but let's proceed. But between the two glorious islands that these men represent. For one needs the immortality plants for their... something. I think the symbol at the end looks like a branch held by the priests in the Golden Age, a symbol of religion. At least I think I would recognise offering or a gift at the beginning of the word. So... if that refers to special plants, then that must mean rituals, or if that means life, then it must mean health. I reckon that's got to be a plant, right? So a special plant. Rituals. And offering a special plant, you say? If they were holy, wouldn't have been included as well? Let us trust your instinct then. The text is not far from completion. For one needs the immortality plants for their rituals, while the other needs the fields to cultivate. That last word is plural, so the group of individuals... but the exact meaning... here, what do you make of it? I have a feeling there may be dire consequences to what we uncover here. So it's a group of persons that provide goods. Holy goods. Farmers need the fields to cultivate. Farmers? May this first trade seal the beginning of an eternal friendship between the two glorious islands that these men represent. For one needs immortality plants for their rituals, while the other, the farmers, need fields to cultivate. This would mean that Wahadesha farmers were growing deathless grace so that priests of Caduce can perform their rituals. Quite the thesis for the High Priestess. Something feels off. Do you still think that's right?
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Thank you. Oh. I feel the translation is correct. Then I'll officially write it down. This should please the High Priestess.
Are you entirely certain? Very well. I will trust your judgment, though something feels off.
The foundations of our faith are built on these very walls. Once it was a place of pilgrimage, and when Ketema recognizes our claims, will be again.
For science!
Kidusi has long been a place of prayer and writing, and will remain so. No emperor can countermand this.
Another fragment of ancient script for my delectation. Should you find any other fragments, please bring them to Caduce. I shall be delighted to decrypt.
Alright, so we're going to decipher the scripture of the Oracle now. Okay. So, decipher the scripture of the Oracle. make the decision. You say the inscription was found in the oracle at Wahadesha, above a depiction of priestly figures cultivating the land. How very interesting. Let us see what else.
Thrilling. A renowned personage has arrived.
Alright, we're gonna have to go back to that. I recognise these last two symbols, the Holy Mountain. This is Caduceus Anatolia, I'm certain of it. And was it not also on the wall inscribed in the library? This first part, however, I'm sure of. I can see that looks exactly like the traditional stone doors of the buildings from the Golden Age, but any guesses? Maybe it's like a store of some kind. So no, that's goods. Plant goods. So maybe that's so there's no, I think if it was meant to be temple, I think it would be have a holy symbol in front of it as well. Or like navigate. And harbour might have the sails, maybe granary. A granary, yes, that does make sense. But the consequences, the implications for Caduceus and its faith. We need more ample proof of this. Archaeological evidence. If there was a granary of this magnitude on Caduceus, there must be some trace of it left somewhere.
Granary? On Caduceus Anatolia? Wow. If it existed, there must still be traces. Such a building must have been colossal.
Would it be even further below?
Such a granary, if it existed, must have been older than the light. Situated in a wide open place, I think, and there'd still be traces now. Aha! I think we have it. I should have known the granary would be on a holy site. A natural instinct for a land void of grain. So vast, and such a hoard of artifacts. We must begin to catalog them, of course.
And there's another wall engravings. Apologies.
There are burnt seeds within.
I think we've selected everything.
And on the exterior, etchings, writing. Can you read it?
Alright, ceramics, a vase of intricate design, traces of fire on its outer caprice. But there seems to be something inside. See, it's burnt, as expected. But there is an inscription here. It's barely visible. It should be decipherable, I think. So, now, this symbol I know is the very same symbol the priests tattoo across their face, the symbol of hibiscus flower. Now, this first symbol, we know that means time or past. We've encountered special plant before. On the inscription on the wall, if memory serves, it meant life, or was it faith? So that means life. So it's got to be plants of the eternal life. Of course, the upright hourglass here must mean flow of time, but an hourglass on its sign means flow has ceased. That is, that time has halted. Symbol of eternal, coupled with the symbol of life. The deathless grace. This is a vase where deathless grace seeds were stored, and if the inscriptions are to be believed, these legendary flowers are none other than hibiscus flowers. To think that the priests have kept nurturing and cherishing these flowers despite having forgotten their purpose. This is fascinating. You must ask the High Priestess if she knows this.
The priests cannot have lived here so long and not known of this. Had we not thought to dig deeper, I sense a hidden agenda. You should confront the High Priestess.
So you have found it. Perhaps it is best. Secrets weigh heavy, and I weary of deceit. I suppose you deserve the truth. Come and listen.
Okay, we're listening. We're listening. So I think like we wouldn't have got these quests if I turned in to Katima. We called these the Deathless Grace. We were gardeners then, tending to the garden of Scylla and Medos. We're fighting for the Queen's land. It was our great honour to tend these flowers, and before long custom had it that only priests should care for them, the gifts of the gods. An ancient statue abandoned and derelict. It bears an uncanny resemblance to the statue of Wadesha, perhaps. Okay. When we came to Enbesa, the Kashtan king gave us great province of Wadesha to farm, of which the island was only a fragment. Some priests embraced Kashtan culture, raising tall statues like this one, while others retired to the mountains and founded a temple like this temple. In the mountains, we strove to grow the hibiscus again. We sowed and dug canals and piled our granaries high with grain and flowers. We learned the flowers' secrets. We grew wise in the ways of mending and healing, and many came to us seeking the cures of ailments. Such was our reputation that one day an emissary from Kashta came to us. The king lay dying and offered to reward us if he could be saved from the grip of the life reaver. That event was inscribed on the wall you uncovered. We stood by his bed for 7 days and nights, brewing and caring for him, and he lived gratefully. The king swore friendship to Caduceus and to Enbesa. But we were deceived. The king coveted our knowledge and sent marauders in the night who slew many, burnt our temple, took the flowers, and left the land barren. We were devastated. Nurturing the plants was the reason for our existence, but the king of Enbesa refused to risk anchoring the might of Kashta. We declined and we wilted. We took grief in ink and vellum. We wrote extensively. All of our knowledge and history housed within the great library in the mountains. The old library of it excavated, but it did not last. The mad king Sura pillaged our lands, seeking immortality. We did not have any more, and once again, much was lost to fire. As the mad king rampaged through Enbesa, slaying or displacing its people, we turned once again to writing and wove a new history for our land. As darkness came upon the memory of Enbesa, we wove a tapestried tale that restore our place at the heart of our nation, as wardens of the gods.
This letter will lay everything out for the Emperor to see. May wisdom guide him. It is time we embraced our duty to the people of Enbesa, rather than our pride. We shall join the Emperor and serve the tenets of a renewed faith for the good of all.
Okay.
Carry her about.
Sweet, sweet irony. So I think... So we just made another 5 mil there. So I think I could have failed the quest if I gave the early transcription, but I carried on the quest line, luckily.
A letter from the High Priestess. So all it took to make them see the beauty of change was the discovery of the remains of the past. The irony is precious, but their offer of unity is tempting. They will kneel and pledge to the Empire as long as they are allowed to grow this sacred hibiscus. A small favor I shall happily grant.
Ah, so we're already getting
You have worked
research
wonders on
points.
Kidusi. Learning truth and tolerance, I have founded a temple here in Tabarim so that we can learn to be more inclusive of individual belief for the greater good of the whole.
So there's a small temple there.
At last, our magnum opus is complete. I have had several copies made. Masterful craftsmanship, if I do
Vast
say so
library
myself.
and research area.
Ollie, reporting in.
Alright, we've got to sail to Caduceus and Tony.
Much lies ahead of us, but all things I can look to proudly, without shame or deceit.
So,
Thank you for this. Come find me in Kidusi when you have a moment.
so there, that's from our town hall. Keepers of the words of old. So, as long as we provide illuminated scripts, we get 1 research point per household from the elders. It's not much, but it's a good start.
There it is. A fine...
This vase honors the memory of the...
These chronicles herald a new golden age.
So we got
the age of lions. The triumph of Enbesa.
we got both of the gold items.
Too long have our books remained unread and dust-laden. I have had them removed to the harbor so that all may consult them and grow in wisdom.
Your own poets may soon sing the splendors of Enbesa. Alone and level sons.
Aye.
Beyond the sands.
Let's go drop this off. Discuss the Emperor's wish to honor Enbesa in history. Hallowed and hollowed now is an ancient glory of Tabarim, but I will not see its clear heart fail. The chronicles must be completed. Lost ages of Enbesa restored, the Temple of El will rise again, as will the Enbesa National Museum, and your complete chronicles will be its crown jewel. I trust you will aid me in this. So, I shall complete the history of Enbesa for you. So what I might do is actually drop this off over here. It's another lot of bricks.
Cargo stations.
We'll transfer the goods.
Into your heritage.
Okay, now we'll go over here. So what we'll do is we'll do the Epic of Mines, an old friend. Come on, Twitch, refresh. Thank you. Alright, what I wanted to quickly have a look at is the coffee roasters here. Because I believe if we... It's this one. Is it him? No, that's Jewelers. It's Clockmakers. This one.
What a bore. We have made great progress here, but let us review what material we have before moving on.
Alright, so this provides... We'll get back to that in a minute. Plus 3% production. Plus 3% production, attractiveness, and coffee bean Um. So I think I'll be getting rid of... Oh, I just pressed the wrong shortcut key. How are cigars here? And if I were to take that out... Alright, so we just need to make sure coffee beans is fine, which it is. Coffee's at 46 out of 6. If I change this back... Yeah, so I think we're better off doing that one. Alright, so we need to find the ruins of the 7 Prince Palaces on Kudushi, Wahadesh, and Angareb. How is this found? Which islands were never governed by one of the 7? One of the islands at the time was described as leaderless. The remains of the 7's houses can be found on the island near Tabarine, where they ruled. If you can find the remaining leaders' houses, we'll be able to dock to the leaderless island. Okay. Maybe...
Explosion in one of your factories.
Okay, that's 2 mines that have blown up.
Shut off the hydrogen! The hydrogen!
Shut it down! Shut it down, shut it down, shut it down! Okay, we're just going to wait for this fire to go down, and then we're going to go back to... finding where the prominent houses are. So I think we were just going to have a look at Angareb. Oh, the camera just flicking about. There you go. By all accounts, the city flourished under the Seven's rule. Finding at the ancient city walls could help estimate the limits of the city at the time. It can't have been much greater than the city today, so perhaps looking at the city's current borders.
This city is a magnet for genius.
So now looking for the walls. So that's one. Is that another one?
The report is detailed.
Yes.
Let me see. Quite passive. Carry on. I've gathered some more information for you in a note.
Alright, find the 3 Tower works on Kudusi, Tabarine, and Angaret.
If you could oblige.
the roster of works built by... He is known for his many defensive installations against the sand kingdoms of Angareb, Tabarina, and Cadusi, as well as the Kasar walls on Wahadesha. Investigate each of these and report to me. Ah, okay. This is an ancient temple. Ancient temple, not temple. So let's head over to Angareb. Would it be Master at Arms? No. Maybe the lighthouse? No. The palace itself? Or the restored ruins? Ah. And then we just need Wahadesha, which... It's not the walls. Is it the temple, the oracle itself? Or maybe... Oh, it could be this ancient oathstone? No. The shrine or the ritual wharf? We might have to look back at the scholar's note. Jesus Christ, it just teleported me there. I'm not sure what else I'm currently looking for. Ancient rubble. Unless we're going to be looking for another Angareb one. Maybe it's like the shipyard. I don't know whether that second passage is what we're looking for, or that could be what we need to find later on. At the moment, I am just a little lost. I have a feeling we need to be on Wahadesha. What's this? Okay, we sorted that out. I just don't... Maybe it's not on. That's no. Oh, okay. So it was the walls of the palace. And we should be able to find this, because I believe this is the hidden one.
The report is detailed. We're nearing the end of our trials. One chapter remains. That of your own tribulations in Enbesa.
Nice. So I'm just keeping an eye on the football scores at this point as well.
At last, our magnum opus is complete. I have had several copies made. Masterful craftsmanship, if I do say so myself. There it is. These chronicles herald a new golden age. The age of lions. The triumph of Enbesa. And we, the architects of its splendor.
Bright blazes the soul of Enbesa.
Alright.
See how the people seize the economy.
So we're gonna bring all of those around. Oh yeah, I never built the go away. I never built. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Tractor barn here. Fuel should be able to keep up, yeah, easily. Okay, so they can cease. What is dropping? Workers, artisans, tourists.
I never thought taking the omnibus might be such a joy.
Alright, what cafe has ceased working?
Sweet, savory, touch of
both. Is it cafe or is it bar?
The city is simply breathtakingly beautiful. How thrilling! A renowned personage is
What happened?
We earned this.
So soccer balls are coming in.
Purest zephyrs raise
That's
you.
one thing that's different.
Tell me your mood, and I'll tell you your drink.
And those two are fine. Alright. Okay. So I believe this is a quest item that now doesn't need to do anything. I believe it's just so you can actually read that book. We will sail over to Blake.
We have much to share.
Begin the turn.
What I might do is find these lot.
Stations.
I don't know how many items I've actually got for the ships. But I believe if I do that one, Manola has a few. They're all less interesting one. Ditchwater has some.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Okay, very nice. That could be alright. They're all airships.
Ready for action.
Alright, so that's got active healing. So it's always healing, and damage to sailing ships and damage from ships is less. We'll give that even more hit points. Even more hit points. So this now has 12,540 hit points compared to the 6,000. We're gonna put you on there. You on.
Battle cruiser ready.
This one's gonna get the cannon.
Attention for the Admiral.
And I want them all to go to New World.
Ah, a familiar face. Splendid. Come now, take me to this Katima. We have much to discuss. He should know of me already. I wrote often enough, but communications in this land seem haphazard.
A meeting? Very well. Although I fear I know the outcome, let us nonetheless be civil and prepare a banquet. No banquet hall is complete if not suitably tapestried.
Okay, so
There must be dishes aplenty.
we need dried meat as tapestries.
Bring her around.
You know what? We're gonna go.
Ready to fly.
We're gonna send you to Tabarine, so you can pick up all my good items. A banquet chef. We don't have it in there, but we do have it in there.
My trusted advisor, return.
New orders.
Alright, so not much is really happening. For now.
I don't suppose there are fountains. No. Well, perhaps some of those
On our
water
way.
furrows then.
Cool water would mollify him for further entreaties.
So yeah, we're gonna share across the water pumps. Hopefully that will help. Go be.
So swift to learn from them.
Okay, so we do need to sort out I'm gonna have it just sit just outside. Where's the fire? Oh, it's these. Okay. Let's continue the upgrading.
I can appreciate the art of others.
This is an exception.
They have no... It's odd that they don't want any other island except for Tabarine here.
How about a cup of coffee? You've been playing for 2 hours.
Just looking at all the bridges. Okay, so we'll upgrade... Where's my upgrade tool? There we go.
Feel it reflects the times.
Going across there. I don't think we'll ever work giving cigars over there.
Ceasefire has ended. Your ship has returned from its voyage.
After Crown Falls with you. Okay. Let's upgrade that last bit there. Okay. Just double check me not missed anything. Let's do it from that corner. Just do it up to that point. And then we just... I think that's the whole island done except for right over here, which we'll leave as natural pathing. Okay.
Nose forward.
Right, so I wanted to do this section on camera because you get to see the development of
Not even an
little
orange
Clarence.
tree. Is that really all there is?
So look, you can see him building.
They're better than roasting to a Cheltenham salt crisp. Time to saddle up. Very well, lead the way. A familiar face ought to put the king in a good disposition. Morning winds on the ride.
Let's go commencing.
You can see the water coming through and the crops start to grow. Doo-doo. You can see how different the island looks now. Okay. What's this ship? Alright. I just want to have a look at how well these are doing. So it might be worth probably... making a couple more ships, because I think we'll need another one on this route here. Because clay is being utilised a lot more than timber.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Cargo boat at the ready. Anything that has a set to it that we've not got yet, we'll get. Lost tribes. There's a snail and a hedgehog.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Sir Archibald will do, my good man. Your emperor will be expecting me.
I am Binyam Sublane, emissary for His Imperial Majesty and tasked with counseling him on this delicate matter.
Let us see then what business brings.
Banquet of Implications invitation. So Archibald, perhaps you could introduce us, empire to empire. So I could put, this is Sir Archibald Blake, the Queen's Ambassador. This is Sir Archibald Blake, a man of culture and decency. This is old Archie Blake, my best friend. I really fancy doing that one, but I think in this scenario, this is Sir Archibald Blake, the Queen's Ambassador. Sir Archibald, I have come to you in person.
Dreary and squally, not worth the time.
No, because you keep interrupting me. I come to you in person since Her Majesty's letters do not seem to be reaching you. They contain, should you not already be aware, copies of the Protectorate Agreement requiring your swift signature. Such an agreement would guarantee Enbesa's protection against envious forces in the region, and leave your people's futures in the safe hand of the Queen, and offer any duteous tributary to the Crown would be delighted with. Protection, you mean to make Enbesa a vassal? The Queen is indeed powerful. It is an offer worth your consideration. Remain silent and let Binion speak. I'm going to say protection, you mean to make Enbesa a vassal. Rokatima. Here, that's Binion. Our steward here adds their voice to ours. Sir Archibald, I happen to agree with my steward. This proposal is outrageous. Imperial Enbesa does not need what you call protection, but a fair alliance, toe-to-toe, equal to equal. That I would be ready to discuss. So after all, I believe it would be right to agree to such an offer. After all, perhaps you could take some time to think over it. I believe it would be right to agree to such an alliance. Sir Archibald. An alliance? Preposterous. She is not my queen. She is the queen. Our queen. Why am I even here? If you're going to behave like a pair of parochial, whatever that word is, stick in the muds. Now, if you don't mind, I shall take my leave, as these parochial negotiations are over.
Outrageous! Arrogant! How dare he think himself an equal to Her Majesty? Pompous little kinglet. Of all the useless... why did I ever agree to come back to these wretched shores?
Oh, he mad.
Onward.
A distemperate man, if I ever saw one. And you say he's usually amicable.
Yeah, usually amicable.
Engines engaged.
Alright, we're selling nearly 2 stacks worth of all of those. Alright, so...
Since you have had time to reconnoiter, I wonder if you couldn't help me with some blanks on our survey maps.
Nose forward.
I'm just mass getting all the cultural items from Enbesa.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
And then we'll see what we've got later. Or what we're missing later. Okay, so... over here should be our fleet. That should be up here.
Fleet awaiting orders.
Let me know when you get down there, because I want to buy some items. So before we give the seafood stew, we'll probably do the mapping of Enbesa. Okay. I want to say... oh. Alright, so we're not actually going to build that in the old world. We're going to build it...
We will need new facilities. An institute
here.
worthy of the world-renowned scholars desirous to push back the boundaries of knowledge.
Now I'm thinking...
all in Her Majesty's name.
where do I want the scholars? I could have it over here. I'm thinking just behind the palace. Because it's a nice fit across. Let's blueprint it Because this is going to be the last lot of the wings.
The people celebrate your leadership.
And then... we could hypothetically have east and west wings of the campus. And then all the scholars fit nicely in here. We will... I think it does need electricity. So where's our... one of our power lines here? I think if I had a road come across... power is provided now. Alright.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Let's start the research institute.
It's a real bugger, what with the heat and the terrain, but the idea is we name every landmark we
So we need the arch, the skeleton, Pride Rock, and the waterfalls. Alright.
Ship construction.
Let's just have a look around. Where the hell's the arch on this map?
Ship constructed.
Just go around the outside. Sometimes the arch spawns here. Okay. And then our ships are where we want them.
Pumping smoke, Admiral.
So we're just finding... I need 3 that has active healing. That's perfect.
Taken with a pinch of salt.
That one's sorted.
If we are such, we've had to fight to keep ourselves.
I'll put you in. So that's damage to steamships, that's damage to sailing ships. And then we just need active healing. We'll upgrade that.
See? Turned out good for both of us.
I don't think that has it. That's defense turrets. Let's swap those over.
Pumping smoke, Admiral.
So these are now going over to Enbesa, Tabarine. And we've got the Research Institute on its way. And then in Enbesa, we've got our ship, where we're finding all the locations. So we're starting with the arch. That's not one there.
What? An arch like a finishing post? Who?
On our way.
I better watch what I say.
We should be so much faster than his ship, but This is another area, Pride Rock. I'm just kind of looking ahead.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Not that one.
Ah, you're ready.
Begin the turn.
He had a better turn than me, but I reckon I can keep going. Yeah, see, straight overtaken. Alright.
Good on you. Always were a thoroughbred, indeed, indeed. We'll name the arch Victory.
It's going to be over here. I think this is the island.
A free people with freedom to create beyond imagination built, well, these ships.
Alright, so this is one in place. This is another with the skeletons. So this is the waterfall one, which I think is this one. Yeah. Alright, so we're doing Pride Rock next.
Cargo stations.
Might speed up because we're only just sailing around at the moment. Everything seems to be quite very steady.
Olio reporting in.
I don't know how close I've got to get to this.
Weird and what? Weird and
The crane.
Alright, it's asking me to take a photo. Fortunately, there's no line up there.
the Queen will appreciate that image. Let us map this Lionheart Spur.
Oh, where was it? Was it this? Was it this one with the waterfalls?
This city is a magnet for genius.
Yeah. And then we'll come back down to this one as we're coming down. Okay, we'll just speed it up even more. So we're building a research institute, we're doing the mapping of Enbesa. That is ready to be kicked off.
Cargo stations.
Oh, teeming lakes here. We've already got that. Ostrich is something we need. And wild dog is one we want. Intricate baked mud tile, we'll have you. Goat's milk is not an issue to get in, so I'm not gonna get her.
Ship constructed. Constructed.
Sorry. Alright, so I believe it's... It just can't unload, so that's fine. New World Enbesa. I want a second ship on that route.
Presence of a virtuoso.
Oh, sweet fancy. Bless you.
Somewhere over here wanted hot sauce. They've got hot sauce. There is a quest up here.
Spare a thought for us. Will you work your magic for us? What we do so
Nice,
love to
easy
see.
photography one. We'll just take a picture there because I don't know where the work actually is.
Ah, yes. These falls.
Sure.
We got a nice drill there, thank you.
Ah, a vintage whiskey that might provide me some relief. Let's name this Scotch Falls.
Why is that dropped? Because that was on... Well, it could be a festival for all I know, to be fair. Whereabouts was it? On here. Hit over here. I'm just gonna mute my mic and take a call. Let the game run.
Moving to coordinates. New orders.
Fleet ready?
Ah, well spotted. Oh dear, that little elephant has become... When clearly they want help, intervention is hard to resist. We'll class this site Elephant Grave Theta. That's all of the major...
Yeah, we just rescued an elephant.
You realize you've done the Queen a vital service. Accurate cartography is of great importance to the Empire if we really are to master the country.
I guess we get to keep this.
Where to?
Alright, we're gonna situate our military ships down here. Alright, we're gonna build another tobacco. We've upped the clay, and I'm pretty sure our tobacco is maxed out. Yeah. I'm going to set a limit on 200 there. Limit on 200 there. I can't remember exactly what the investors need, not investors, the scholars need. So it'd be ambassador to Cape Trelawney. So I believe these 3 are needed at least. So I'll get them traded over. They've got minimums in Enbesa. So at least it shouldn't negatively affect Tabarine.
Begin the turn.
I'm gonna get that because I've not seen that for a while. But I think everything else, culture-wise, has already been gotten. So I'll send that over here. We'll buy that back straight away. So, I know I have this in, but it just means they can buy all the shares, they just can never take the island from me.
Ship constructed.
But they didn't have any hold over me anyway. Let's just throw that over. So we dumped that one. And you can make your way to Crown Falls. So we're just going to double the production from this green one, which is plus 20 to plus 40, and the workforce is reduced by 50%. And this should minus the dried meat consumption. So we're checking dried meat. 11 tons that we're making, 4 that we're consuming. until we get scholars going, we don't really have much idea of whether our production is enough. How are we doing with footballs? Or soccer balls, sorry. Seem to be doing alright. But it's nearly down to 37. Oh, that's not good news at all. That just shows me that we're not producing enough soccer balls here. So we're producing 24 tons. Crown Falls needs 6. In theory, we should be at a surplus. But we're barely making it over the minimum.
Come to watch.
In which we have no issue with Calchuck and Nandu leather. Nandu leather is not alright. Where's Calchuck? Calchuck is not either.
Hey, Baka!
Nandu leather's fine now.
Played all the rancheras I know.
But Calchuck isn't.
Storeroom's full, boss.
I'm thinking, if coffee beans is that high now... Is there coffee beans up here? No, that's chocolate. I could change that to Calchuck. Is coffee beans still alright? Yes, coffee beans still alright. Calchuck is now higher. I need more Nandu leather, which is this farm. How's our alpaca wool? That's a fine line. Now what I might do is delete that.
The people celebrate your leadership.
And throw in a Nandu farm. Let's see, if I turn this on, we've got to bear in mind that this is still getting corn. Calchuck is fine. Nandu leather is fine even without that. Soccer balls I've upped. And it might just take some time. we'll see how well that goes.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Alright, let's actually deposit all these because they're not showing because they're not in a storage. And you can go over to Tabarine again. I see, because we've got lost tribes that can be completed. So if we get rid of that one. Oh, to be fair, we could just add.
See, it turned out good for both of us.
Just get you back in. Get you in. Get you in. Need the mask. And then this. So, Lost Tribes. This affects all residents. The needs require less goods or proximity needs to be filled. So it's minus 5% coffee, canned food, and sewing machines. That's decent. Let's do the book. And then that. And then all of these are either in here already or not needed. See, a lot of these gold ones, I might just make another museum. Just show them off. Plus, like, these quest ones. I think you get that from the main storyline. And I think these two are just a chance that they'll be sold. Where's the... Okay. Quite a lot of this I should be able to find quite easily, I just haven't. I know Hippopotamus should be able to easily find. These two I don't think so. And then these two I should be able to. Alright, let's do the buffalo. And the zebra. And then the ostrich. So Proud Savannah, well, affects all cattle farms, alpaca farm and all powered pastures, and Nandu farms. Plus 25% productivity, minus 25% modules, and extra goods 1 out of 3. So that would actually be a very good one to put on Manola. So we might try and get a second lot of all of these. The line will probably be the hardest one, unless I have a spare line. I do have a spare line. Alright, let's complete the Great Desert, because that is something we cut. Affects all fire stations, plus 30% extinguish speed, plus 10% range, minus 10% or minus 10 mobilize requirement. Okay. Is there anything else we can complete? We need to start looking at... I think snowflakes are extinct species I want the completion for. I know hippopotamus is something that you can definitely find. But on that note, we will end this episode. we're starting off a championship game, which we've got all of that, so it should just work in the background. But then, because we're building modules for our zoo and museum, it just emphasizes our getting more influence back in, because we're spending quite a lot of it. That will be it for now. We've done quite a bit of the Enbesa and stuff. We finished Wahadesha. They're quite self-sufficient now. And then we finished Caduceus Anatoni, where they admitted that they were changing the tablets and trying to make sure that they don't lose their heritage, basically, and their religion. In which we convinced them that they don't need to, and they came over and were now working in unity with Tabarim. So yeah, let's save the game. And hopefully we will return at a later date with more Anno. Where we'll probably next episode we'll be looking at finishing them, probably the main storyline of Tabarim, of Lands of Lions either. And we'll go from there. Otherwise, thank you everyone for being here, for watching, and I will catch you all next time. See you later.